What's up, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to the Cold Boot, where I look at new games and/or DLC. And today, and finally, we're looking at the very last of the Season Pass DLC for Trials Fusion. This is after the incident, and I'm going to be very specific. It is not the last DLC. There might be more DLC, we don't know yet. But this is the last of the Season Pass DLC, so if you bought a box copy, like I did, this is the last of that DLC that is being released. That was originally scheduled to come out before May of 2015, which it almost is. It's just about April now. It is in fact the 1st of April. So they made it. They made their schedule. They got out on time. And we are a scant 2 weeks from the 1-year anniversary of Trials Fusion on all platforms. So I'm going to jump right into it. We have 4 medium tracks, 3 hard tracks in Extreme, a FMX, and a skill game. So as always, I'm going to play everything but the Extreme, save it for last. And can I finish it on camera? Can I not finish it? We will see. So first things first, grab the Roach, hit the medium, and let's go. So I did play a little bit more of the last DLC after I did that recording. I did finish that track, that Extreme track, about a minute and a half after I hit the stop button, which was really frustrating on a number of levels. But, you know, you're not always going to hit a home run every time. And as always, glad to see more DLC. You know, supposedly there's I'd seen an interview with like one of the head guys behind Trials saying that, oh, we got some big surprise coming soon. But if memory serves, their last big surprise was the FMX trick stuff, which I do not like. And that is, at this point, well established. If you have not been on this channel before, I obviously have a video for all the other pieces of DLC. And well established that I am not a fan of the FMX trick system. It should have been kept as its own mode and not integrated into the main game. But be that as it may, I'm not going to spend a lot of time harping on... Oh, there we go. Harping on that into the muck here. And I beat somebody on my friends list. Mr. Belcher. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Well, as always, or as I try to do when I actually remember how to do it, is to wait here and see if there's any more of this animation going to play out. And you wait, you know, a couple seconds, because sometimes this stuff does take a bit long, but it seems to be the end of this animation, so we're just going to hit results here and move on to the next track, because last time, the video I did for the last DLC took about, like, 39 minutes, which, for me, putting out videos is a bit too long. And I don't know, like, those of you who are watching these, I really appreciate it. And these certainly do better than my general video game videos, which, on a certain level is frustrating to me, but that's just me. That's, you know, I guess I need to get better at the other content that I produce, because certainly I have spent the time in Trials to be reasonably okay at Trials, and I have the knowledge base, on, you know, not an expert level, but, you know, a pretty good level in terms of, was that screen tearing? In terms of, and obviously these are blind run-throughs, so you're not going to get, you know, what I would be doing if I was going for a platinum. I think at some point I should probably do some kind of a, you know, here's how I approach, platinum tracks that could be interesting, as a piece of video content. But certainly I have, you know, the level of skill to be able to platinum some, but not all of the Extreme tracks, so I am no slouch in that department. But I was getting some shit on one of these videos about how I'm a terrible rider, and I'm like, you realize this is a blind playthrough, this is the first time I'm seeing these things, and the first time you see anything in Trials, you're going to fuck things up, and it's not going to be, you know, a good-looking run because you're doing it live in front of a camera and talking over it. So, I feel like I've explained that a couple times, but it seems to always come up a little bit, you know, perhaps from people who don't watch my other videos, or they don't know what the Cold Boot is, which is my blind look at brand new stuff. when I can do it, when I actually buy it, you know, and that kind of thing. Not doing too hot on these medium courses, but that's okay. Going into overflow, gonna keep using this bike on these courses. I tend to go to the other bike on hard. Obviously, there are certain courses where you want to use the top bike, even on medium courses, but that is course dependent, and obviously you want to learn the courses first, which obviously I am not doing. Since there was a multiple path deal there, because you can see like people on my friends list who actually played these, you know, in a serious capacity. That there is a multiple. Oh, water wheel. That's not going to be, nope. I always do enjoy the multiple path stuff in these courses, but I can understand how that'd be, you know, a tricky thing to program. So not every course is going to have it. Alright, so I got to go over the water wheel and then under, because I'm not going to have enough speed to get over that, or to bunny hop that. I hit the checkpoint, whatever. Not doing this for time or for faults, that is for damn sure. But I do like to show off the tracks and see how I do on these blind playthroughs, and for the most part, the feedback that I get on them is pretty good. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate the thousands and thousands who watch these videos. And that was a cool jump with that barrel thing. I wonder how long that barrel thing took to actually get to work right. That seems like, you know, with the way they handle physics, could be. You goddamn penguins, maniacs! You blew it up. You blew it up. Fucking penguins. Yeah, just waddle out. It's not gonna hurt you. Okay. That penguin's made of solid steel. Nothing hurts him. And that seems to be the end of that ending animation. There's Mr. Belcher. What's up, Bob? So we're gonna move on here, and keep playing. That's the plan. So I can see even my friends here have only, you know, some of them have only played these once, because they're sitting at, you know, they're not sitting at 0 faults. So they kind of went, yeah, I played it once, and yeah. But I do admit I have been slacking on my Trials playthroughs, and even today, you know, I just spent about a half an hour talking about WrestleMania in a video, not realizing that, oh, this is cool. Not realizing that there was new Trials DLC that came out. I'd seen my PS4 had downloaded a patch, and I didn't know that was actually a patch to put out new DLC, and had not thought to look yesterday on the store for, that's fucking cool, for new DLC. And then just had turned on my PS4 after I finished talking about WrestleMania for a half an hour, and that video will be up soon, or it should already be up. And I was like, you know, I'll get it. Holy shit! This is very reminiscent of a track that dream sequence track in Trials HD, which is really fucking cool. This is very, very similar to that, and I appreciate that. You're in a fucking hurricane, and I could make quotes from Twister if I fucking knew any quotes from Twister. But as I was saying, had finished that video about Mania and had intended to turn on the PS4 and finally play some more Bloodborne, which I've only spent about 4 or 5 hours on at this point, and noticed that one of my friends today, was playing this game. And I'm like, I wonder why he's playing this game. As it turns out, there's more DLC, and I was like, oh shit, it's like 3:30, 4 in the afternoon, I need to get this video done, because usually I'll do them on the date it comes out, which is yesterday. So, my apologies if this video seems late. I was literally too busy to notice that it came out yesterday, and I'm hoping that my voice will hold up for the rest of the video, because, you know, I don't spend a lot of time talking consecutively into a camera, and so doing an hour kind of in a row is a bit much when I'm constantly talking. Certainly it is easier when you have somebody to play off of, like my good buddy Grim. but these videos are solo videos, so that is, you know, the way that the proverbial cookie crumbles, heading into the Dust Bowl here. And, yeah, so I would guess, I haven't actually, you know, I turned off the voice stuff, pretty early on in, you know, the main game. So I'm not sure if there's any voice stuff, you know, in this DLC. I would imagine, you know, they're trying to have some additional narrative, but I don't come to these games for narrative, and nobody I know who plays these games, even somewhat seriously, really cares. That was just a bad move. About the, you know, the narrative. So at some point, I should go back and play these tracks with the dude and the chick announcer guys turned on. That's gonna be bad for me, and perhaps that will make me understand the plot of the game more. But kind of, who cares? Like, it's Trials. I'm here to exhibit my skills at balancing on a motorcycle. That's kind of all I'm here for. And any other extraneous stuff, while nice, is not stuff that I'm necessarily going to care about. And there are robot guys down in there from, like, the title screen, from the motorcycles on the title screen. And this asshole penguin, I have a sip of snap away here. This asshole penguin, the hell is that in there? There's me. And there goes what's in that room next to that bright glowy stuff? I don't know. I don't know. But that seems to be the end of that ending animation, so we're going to hit X here and continue with our trek into this After the Incident DLC. I obviously could have done and will do better, I hope, at some point. But now it's radiation sickness. We're going to get down with the sickness here. And yeah, so I guess I'm always going to be curious, you know, as to what Red Lynx is up to. So whatever, you know, big, like, obviously now that the multiplayer is out, and they're supposedly working on the quote-unquote single-player, you know, like the solo track multiplayer is being worked on, is my understanding. It's like, that obviously having, you know, the fact that that is already a thing, or is going to be a thing, obviously is not going to be the announcement. So, really curious as to what else they think they're doing. And they specifically said for Fusion, so it's not like, hey, we're going to announce a new game. Not that I would argue against the new game, because, you know, despite this somewhat strange misstep, and that might be more of a Ubisoft thing than anything, but, you know, I'm still interested in what Red Lynx is doing as a company. I'm not going to say I'm not, but if it is specifically a Trials Fusion thing, you know, I don't know what else would get me excited about this game again in a way that I was not initially, and certainly not nearly as much as I was for Evolution. Oh god, that's gonna end up bad for me. That's an interesting, you really gotta get the thing and then do that, because if you don't, shit just gets real. Shit just gets real. I didn't hit that checkpoint, which is gonna be, that's fine. Right into the radiation, that's fine. Don't worry about it. That was the claw thing from the end of the first, stage in this DLC. The claw. And then we head here into these barrels, which are obviously filled with, you know, and then the door just closes on me. That's great. That's fantastic. Physics! Whatever just keeps doing that forever. It'd be kind of funny. He's already dead! Stop! He's already dead. I'm gonna hit X here. I watched my guy get smashed up enough. I get the gist of it. 20 faults, still top 1,000. Obviously, it's the first day it's out, so That's going to happen. So still the last hard track here, Static Discharge. And then we'll do our FMX and our skill game. And then we'll do the extreme track, and hopefully I'll be able to beat it. But no promises, as I am terrible at keeping promises. And I don't want to have, you know, an hour-long video, because who the hell wants to watch me fail over and over again, unless you are just a huge fan of this channel, and if you are, you know, I certainly appreciate that. But at a certain point, I get too annoyed to keep playing, and I have to take a break. And usually, in this kind of a skill-based game, you end up taking a break and coming back and doing it in like one shot. Like, that's happened to me in so many games, I can't even count. It's like, well, this is so challenging, etc., 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 and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I'm done, I'm fine. I want to say that I've said this before, but I really like tracks that do this uphill stuff. I really enjoy that stuff, because it is an interesting challenge, but this one's going to be a pain in my ass. I can already tell. I can already tell this one's going to be a pain in my ass, because it feels like you want to go backwards. It feels like that's what you should do. So you hold back, alright, yeah, but then you're not going to have enough, yeah, alright. I kind of see what they're doing with it. You want to really get enough speed and then do a wheelie or something like that, and then bunny hop over it. There's probably a better way to do that, but... And then one of these ones where it's just you can't get your back tire on without doing that bunny hop just right and getting that shit. But yeah, like that kind of stuff I really... big fan of that stuff in the Trial series. That was one of these... Oh, jeez. One of the skill games in the original, which was the hill climb, I spent way too long on and never really got that good at, but I enjoyed it a hell of a lot. Through the glass. When you hear the glass, that's your ass. And that's the bottom line. So that was cool. It was like the big thing with the lightning, and then the whole thing just kind of collapsed, and you went through the glass, and I think that's the end of that animation. There doesn't seem to be any more of that. No evil penguin coming to get me. So we're going to move on, because, you know, we're already almost 20 minutes into this, so the more time I can spend in that extreme, the better chance I have of actually finishing it on camera. And that is going to be as soon as we do this Final Frontier and this skill game. And obviously, my feelings on FMX are well established, for those of you who have watched my 6 other videos on, whoa, aim for a high score by performing tricks. Yeah, alright, let me get back into what this is. For some reason, I thought it was fucking something else, so there we go. Let me get back into the mode here of doing flippy-doos like Sin Cara. And then botching it like Sin Cara. Flippy-doos! Don't care. Checkpointed it, don't care. The hell? That's gonna be... Yeah, okay, whatever. Like, I just could not possibly care less about FMX. If I crash, I crash. If I don't crash, I don't crash. Like, you know, I think that the things that I'm missing in terms of, like, platinums is usually FMX, because I just can't be bothered to do it. It's like, yeah, I could spend hours of my day getting good at it, but, like, seriously, who cares? The hell was that? Nope. You know, just, yeah, do that, and then it goes down to this thing, and that thing will do that thing, and then that thing will do that thing. Of course. Makes perfect sense. Where's the end of this track? There it is. Superman! And then you get smashed into the wall. Fantastic. And, yeah, no big elaborate whatever. I'm going to hit X, and we're going to continue and move on with our life. So the tower. A light here for pain, frustration, and rage quits. Okay. I assure you I will probably not rage quit, because I'm just playing to see what the hell it is. And then moving on to what I could possibly end up rage quitting, which is the extreme track. Which is where most of my interest lies in any of these DLC packs. How high can you go? Well, that depends. Are you Jeff Hardy? Because the answer is pretty damn high. I won bronze. Let's do that one more time. So, this does not appear to be randomly generated, meaning that each floor is going to be the same each time, and I managed to botch that pretty good. The hell is this? Oh, it's just showing me the floors. Okay, so what's happening is you're going through a elevator type deal, and it is pulling you out to a new floor. That's fine. Let's not botch this. Come on. Get over. There you go. And then, yeah, it's... Okay, it is just literally a platforming challenge that I'm not going to sit here and play and fail at over and over. But you can see here, there's floor 3. That's where I made it to. And it just goes higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's fine. But, you know, it's a skill game, and it's not going to count toward the overall leaderboard, so at a certain point, whatever. But you can see there, my friends got, you know, 500 and 600 meters, and got pretty high up there, so good for them. But as for me, it is time for After the Incident Meteor Rain, where 2 of my friends have already zero faulted, but they're really good at this game. As we can tell, I'm kind of not, so... Well, not as good as them. I'm not going to say I'm terrible at this game. I think anyone who can platinum any extreme track in any of these Trials games has certainly put in their fair share. So if that is you, if you are on my skill level or kind of under that, you are still doing a pretty damn good job at this game. If you can't finish an extreme track, well then you need to put in more practice. That's all I can tell you. And already the first obstacle here is, my phone just buzzed. Alright, so we gotta... How do I approach this to actually get over... I do enjoy when extreme tracks have, obstacles that are not immediately apparent how to get over it, and then when you learn, like, the actual trick to it, it becomes, much easier. But this one, just off the gate, is like... There we go, okay. First checkpoint. Digging it. Ooh, yeah! Dig it! I should definitely, when I have my... When my voice is already going, I should not be doing, Macho Man impressions. That's a bad move, because that's the easiest way to, completely thrash your fucking vocal cords, is start Macho Manning it up. Really? That's the... Man, okay. This extreme track is not fucking around. I can already tell. I can already tell. Alright. There we go. There we go. As long as I'm hitting that checkpoint. Okay, that's... Ah! There we go. Oh, it's on fire. That is on fire. Well... Using my face to balance the bike is not the best idea. So you want to do that fucking tire. There we go, like that, and then kind of spin down here at the checkpoint. So who cares? You can fall into the whatever. The checkpoints are the important part. Obviously, it's trials. It is still trials. All right, so this is going to be a maintain your speed on an incline, which still some of the trickiest stuff in these games. I like it, but it's still, like... There's always that specific angle you gotta be on to make it work just right, and if you botch any part going into it, it ends up being, like, you just fall backwards, and that's... the last thing. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get a front tire balance that way. It's gotta be one fluid motion, and you're not gonna get a front tire balance. That's asking for too much, because it's on... an incline like that. So how am I going to do this? I guess is the question. Is is this the one part of this track that's gonna fucking stump me and have me sitting here another fucking 20 minutes on this one part of the track? I don't want to do that. I'd rather not do that. I don't think that's entertaining for anybody. And certainly not me. So perhaps I will just shut up here for a second and see if I can't hash this out the proper way. No. That has got to be one fluid motion there, because otherwise it's not going to fucking work. There we go. There we go, okay. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, which is good, because I want to finish the track on video. I would like to finish this track on video. I'm not going to say I'm going to. I would like to. This is the old back tire bullshit, which is difficult if you haven't played a lot of Trials. Even if you have played a lot of Trials, back tire bullshit is always going to be Trixie Hobbits', because you got to get it just right and not spin off in a fucking flip. And that was almost what I wanted to do. And so was that. So we're no. That's not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted! Perhaps this is the part where I get stuck for fucking 20 minutes. Oh, I hate you so goddamn much. I'm just gonna hang here for a while, you know. No biggie. And then fall to my death, because that's Trials. That one I felt like I didn't push forward enough when I could've. Nope. Now my fingers are losing what I should be doing, so I gotta just chill out for a second and... There we go. There we go. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, just like last time. But this is going to be... Landing on an incline like this and not losing your grip because of the bounce is one of the biggest things to learn in this game. And even when you learn it, even when you know theoretically what your thumbs should be doing, it is still, like... It is still difficult. Nope. So sometimes, instead of using the analog, there are some players who use the X button. I am not traditionally one of those players. I have, made my finger choice in how I handle gas, and it is usually analog. But I can see how rapidly tapping, instead of having to feather the right trigger, I can understand why you would do that. Like, I get the theory, I just can't, at this point, having played with triggers for years in Trials games, like, I'm not going to be able to retrain my fingers to deal with that. But it's just a matter of getting it to not bounce too hard and then catch before you fall all the fucking way down, and then not flip backwards, because see, that's you gotta catch but then let go, but then not let go too much, because if you obviously that just, you can see I'm almost there. So close! So close to just having it, and... like that. I'm doing that all with the right trigger, and I know some players don't. They just use the X button to feather it, and that is certainly a valid way of playing. It's just I'm not going to be able to retrain my fingers to do that. That's just not going to happen. Alright, so this is all momentum and leaning and getting that shit right, and once again, can I get it done in the next, like, 5 minutes? I don't know. My fingers are starting to hurt. And honestly, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, Bloodborne, Bloodborne, Bloodborne. Why aren't you playing Bloodborne? Oh, motherfuck you! That's a problem. Nope, see. But if you do the lean at the wrong time, like if you're not leaning right, at the right time, you end up just, you know, catching air, and you don't want to do that. The air is not what you don't want, because the air is going to be a problem. Fucking... yeah. And then you fall all the way back down. Thankfully, there's no, you know, reverse checkpoints, because that would be a fucking nightmare. Now, this should be easy, but it's not, and, I'm not going to say that's the game, that's me. Because it's always me, because I'm the one playing. That is how video games work. But shit, this shouldn't be this hard. Like, I should know this. I should have this in the back of my head, in my bag of tricks. I should know this back and front, forth, what the fuck ever. But I don't, obviously, and now I am choking in real time. Choke artist. That's me. AttackSlug.com for all your choking needs. I don't know why I'm giving too much gas, and then I'm not doing it right at the top. Like, I know what I should be doing, and my fingers are betraying me. My fingers are Judas at this point in time. That's too much, but yet not enough to get to where I want it to be. I mean, you can't just, like, inch it up because it's too steep. See? And when it's too steep, it's no good. No. So you gotta judiciously dole out that... I didn't start my rotation early enough there, which was my demise. Fuck. I hate this shit. I love it, but I fucking hate it. I mean, alright. Calm down. Wipe the hands off. Get a drink. We will stop talking and accomplish this. See? As soon as I stop talking, as soon as I can actually concentrate, I managed to get it. And of course, then immediately run headfirst into the next fucking obstacle. That's a bunny hop. No, not doing it right. Oh dear, this is not gonna... it's not gonna end well for me. Pretty much no way it's gonna work right. Pretty much no fucking way. Whee! I'm gonna have to assume I'm near the finish line because it feels like I'm near the finish line at this point after 10 minutes and 180 faults. I would, if I had to wager a guess. Like you can tell in air if you're gonna hit it or not, and more often than not, I'm not gonna hit it. Alright, can we not botch this? No guarantees! Nope. Botched it. Botched it hard. Yeah, this might be where this video ends because I don't know that I can get any farther than this. Because I don't want to be here for an hour. But, here's what I will do. I will keep playing. There's 36 minutes right now on this recorder. I will keep playing for an hour. If I get past this thing, I will make a jump cut. But if I do not make it past this thing, then I will say I am Attack Slug, and I will see you next time right here on this channel. And we're back! That was a couple minutes of me tossing my head against the goddamn wall with this shit, and now we're at the next thing, which is almost at the ending. So, I don't know if I can do this. But, I will give it the old college try, and see if we can't pull it off in the next, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. So, essentially, it's a front tire, back tire, maybe. I don't know, maybe it's just a back tire. But you want to get enough bounce to hit that log and then get over that fucking log. And that'd be great. But whether or not I can do that, like that, and then not make it, is another story. For another day, because it might not happen, but shit, I'd like it to. I really would. I might run out of in-game time before I run out of fucking camera time, because my camera only goes for an hour, and then it cuts me off, so that's some fucking nonsense. Come on, come on, come on! That's not enough momentum. Not enough momentum. So I don't know what I did right that one time, but I'll be damned if I can fucking do it again. That's for freaking sure. Yeah, this is not gonna help me. This is not gonna... No amount of momentum from being on that thing. It needs to be a quick bounce off this thing, and then... There's no way to, like... The way to properly bunny hop that is, way beyond my skill level. I'm sure it is possible, but ideally... and this is with most of Trials, you want to do it in one fluid motion. And mastering the game is mastering the ability to do those fluid motions. And certainly, it requires many hours of practice. And certainly it's not a thing you would see in... that's unfortunate. In a blind playthrough such as mine. But... So I don't want the undercarriage of my bike to hit the center of that log. That is going to kill all of my momentum. Nope. That was probably the best shot I had at it, and I did a Sin Cara completely. Yeah, because so... When the center carriage of your bike hits anything, it kills like that. It kills your momentum completely. So you want to get all your wheels hitting all your surfaces at all the times, and not on your back like that, or upside down like that. 10 minutes left. Yeah, we're gonna run out of game time before I run out of camera time, which is nice. I don't have to worry about it. But at the same time, it's like, fuck, man. Fuck, man. I would like to do this on camera, so maybe I should just shut up and do it. So, we'll try that. And again, if I don't make it and the video ends, I will say, I'm Attack Slug. This has been, after the incident, Trials Fusion, the final Season Pass DLC. And I'll see you next time right here on this channel. There we go! I did it! I did that shit! I got that trophy! The end! Boom! Question mark? Question mark? Alright, that is finally the end of the Season Pass. Oh god, it's the Squirrels and the Penguins. They're collaborating. This is terrible. This is real bad. That is the end of the Season Pass DLC for Trials Fusion. I'm playing on the PS4 if you didn't already know. And I'm gonna watch this cutscene play out. Hopefully I have enough space on the fucking camera here. And I'm gonna say that, as always, I am your host, Attack Slug. Thank you for watching this far. If you watched all of these, I appreciate it. Stick around for other various video game and or wrestling related content on this channel. My controller just vibrated a little bit, so I don't know what happened there. And now I'm on fire. Okay, yes, I've been sacrificed to the animal gods. My name is Attack Slug, and I will see you next time, right here on this channel. And